Hey folks, Paul here with a how-to video for you. This one is how to unstick a nasty, stuck, gunked up purge valve. Now I don't actually currently have any gunked up purge valves. I mean, I'll try and do a video later of other techniques, but this is probably the purge valve I have that needs the most cleaning. You can see the built up residue from purging right in there. That's actually like smoke residue. And then you can see the, actually that's leftover, wow, that's leftover barkeeper's friend from the last time I cleaned this thing, which wasn't too long ago. Should probably rinse it a little better though. But apparently I didn't clean the purge valve as well as I should. Come on. Now the cap isn't stuck on. The cap is fine, because the threads aren't super gunked up. They're actually relatively clean. You can see right there. There's a little patina in them, but nothing too crazy. But you can see that ball bearing is pretty nasty. So to get that out of there, I mean, it should come out fairly nicely, but just to give you an example, what I would do if this were jammed in here would be to try and get a knife right there in the edge. You see, like, in between the purge valve and the actual ball bearing, and just pop it. That's it. Just pop it out like that. Now you can see that this is this has got some nasty gunk in it. There's some stuff right there. That this ball bearing is actually a piece of metal. I swear that it's not a piece of charcoal that it looks like. And now to clean this, I have a jar. Let's move this back. A barkeeper's friend mixed up into a paste. It's relatively thin, so it'll actually flow a little bit. I just take the ball bearing and drop it in there, along with the purge valve cap. Move those around, get them nice and covered in barkeeper's friend. Then the part that actually matters, focus. There we go. I take the barkeeper's friend, and then I drizzle it into the purge valve all over the threads and make sure it actually runs through there. Let's see if I can actually get you guys to see this. Oh yeah, doesn't that look illicit? But you can actually see the barkeeper's friend, if it's going to do it again. Maybe I'll pour some more through. But dripping all the way through the purge. You can see it dripping into the water in there. That lets you know that it's actually getting all the way through. And you want this stuff on every possible surface inside there. Now, the next step is time. I am going to let this oh so delicious looking concoction sit here for a while, eat through. You can already see it starting to eat through some of the gunk in there. And I'll be back in a little bit with some pipe cleaners and a sponge, and we're gonna clean out those threads and clean out that purge valve till it's sparkly clean. Okay, now that you can probably see that this is dried a bit. I'm gonna get in here and actually scrub up the excess barkeeper's friend. And yeah, I mean, you can see how how effectively that has shined. I haven't used anything else on here, just barkeeper's friend and a sponge. Now I go in and really get those threads, which you should be able to see. I'm gonna get some more of that out of there. You should be able to see that those threads are shining beautifully. Those are clean threads right there. Now, I use just normal pipe cleaners. They're actually pipe cleaners made for cleaning pipes. To dig around in here, to work out the gunk. I usually, because I've actually been cleaning purge valves today, that's kind of been one of my tasks. I was using two bound up together, but for something like this, which is a relatively small purge valve, you really only need the one. Now the whole reason for this is because this can get down in there, into the actual valve itself, and you can use it to scrub out these little spots behind everything. Just make sure to be careful because there is metal on the inside here, and you could scratch your finish. So yeah, that's that. It's really just a simple matter of elbow grease at this point. Going in, scrubbing out the valve, scrubbing out the tubing, working it around. Tons of fun. I bet this is full entertainment. Alright, so now that I've actually shown you the process, I'm going to finish this up and then come back at the end and show you the final results. Now you saw how gummed up this was and how dirty it was. And now thanks to Barkeeper's Friend and Barkeeper's Friend alone, this is all very nice and clean. Everything from the purge valve itself, or the purge cap, to the ball bearing, which now moves very nicely. If this is too gummed up to get out just with a knife, you can make a thick paste of Barkeeper's Friend and put it on here and let it sit for a while, and it should eat through that gunk and allow you to take this out. This is my general routine for cleaning a purge valve. Now, if the purge cap is too stuck on, you can use a pair of pliers, but understand, these are steel. You're going to mark up your hookah, whether it's steel or brass. Brass is softer than steel, and if your hookah is steel, chances are the tool steel is harder than the stainless steel that they're using. Take a piece of cloth or a paper towel, put it in the jaws so that it's opened on this side, put it around the piece, and then turn. That will allow you to grip without digging in and marring, which you should be able to see. I don't have anything, except maybe that. I might have just done that, which would be really upsetting. But I open this all the time, and keeping it clean is of big importance. But if it's gummed up, you use a pair of pliers, using that cloth. Oh boy, does that save your hookah from getting all screwed up. But that's it. That's how you clean out a purge valve properly and how you should unstick a stuck one. So thanks for joining us. Please go down below, like and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, join the forums, talk on the forums, check out the forums, because that's the only place you can get the information regarding our contests as sponsored by socialsmoke.com. So, once again, this is Paul for hookah.org saying thanks for joining us and happy smoking. Woo! Peace out.